After a long day at work, you decide to come home and take a nap. But you don't have Mark's security. You wake up to a burglar at the end of your bed. You have three options. Do you A, grab the gun on your nightstand and unload on him? B, do you grab the samurai sword you sleep with every night and hack him to pieces? Or C, do a ninja front roll flip past the intruder and grab your favorite stuffed animal and proceed to beat him with it? Call in now at 1-555-555-MARKS to make your choice. Okay, the votes are in. Majority of you picked C. Do a ninja front roll flip past the intruder and grab your favorite stuffed animal and proceed to beat him with it. Uh-oh, didn't go so well. This wouldn't have happened if you had Mark's security.
Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of Running with Scissors. I'm your host, Mark Everett.
And I'm Kalina Bloodcloud.
Thank you for coming back.
No problem.
I wasn't sure if you're going to.
Never doubt that.
We have 1 week until Star Wars. You guys pumped up about that?
Yeah.
Yeah. You gotta remember, like, 1, 2, and 3 kind of never happened to me. 4, 5, and 6. I've been waiting about 30 years for this. Hopefully Disney doesn't mess it up. Are you a Star Wars fan?
Not the biggest.
Okay, well maybe after tonight we can turn you. We'll see. All right. Well, we got a bunch of stuff coming up later tonight that's Star Wars themed and some stuff that's not. But we'll be back right after this. All right, welcome back to the show. We got a great lineup tonight. Tonight you're going to be seeing special footage from a pay-per-view event, Living Room Wrestling. You guys ever heard Living Room Wrestling? No. It's a new thing. I want to show you hopefully the whole match in its entirety. Also, I got a challenge this week. It's going to be for all my co-hosts and anybody else here in the studio audience. I don't know if you're going to like this one or not, but we'll see.
I didn't like the last one.
Also tonight, we will hear from Dee and Mike again.
All right.
We will also hear strange and weird news from Mike Evansdale.
Yeah.
What can we expect, Mike?
Thanks, guys. Coming up later on Strange and Weird News, you'll hear about armed police stopping a man at a railway station that's carrying a suspicious item. We will talk about how to get the sweetest job in the world, but does it really pay out? And finally, there's a new martial arts academy that'll teach you how to defend your selfie. Yes, selfie. I said that. All of this and more coming up on Strange and Weird News. Now back to you guys.
All right. Thank you, Michael. Before we get into any of that, as you know, Star Wars is a week away. All right. Well, there's a video game out that's called Battlefront. You guys heard of Battlefront?
Yeah.
Have you ever heard of Battlefront?
No, not really.
All right. Well, anyway, it's a great game. Star Wars fans love it. Anyway, to get you in the mood, we have a couple clips from Battlefront, the beta. This guy named Bud Ape, he posted one up. I think it's pretty interesting how he kills people. So let's take a look.
Close enough. Ah! Ah!
Well, the next one also comes from the game Battlefront. It teaches you how to kill a Jedi. It comes from the YouTuber Zest.
That's not easy. All right. Yeah, let's take a look. All right, yeah. And this final video is from America's Funniest Home Videos. And it's the Star Wars trailer. I probably would have done the same thing. In fact, I probably looked exactly like this. It was played in front of a bunch of babies to see what the babies' reactions would be. So let's take a look at this.
The Force is strong in my family. My father has it. I have it. My sister has it. You have that power too. Chewie, we're home.
And now the strange and weird news with Mike Evans L. Take it away, Mike.
Thanks, guys. And this is Mike, and I'm doing your news today. Armed police raced to a railway station today in England. It's a place, not a language. After a concerned citizen called the cops saying they had seen a suspicious man carrying something that resembled a handgun. Well, witnesses said that there were a lot of commotion with armed officers everywhere. Within minutes of being called, the officers found the man and surrounded him. Good job. Guns drawn. They told the suspect to lie down. He was carrying a plastic bag. Oh, with something suspicious in it. Upon searching the bag, they found a cheese sandwich. A cheese sandwich, yes. It's only one. So I guess he ate the other one for lunch or something, maybe before the run. Police spokeswoman said that while this may sound lighthearted, our thanks go out to the concerned citizen who really, put the word out there, make sure none of those cheese sandwiches get around. Cheese sandwich, really. Crazy. Also, wait, are these separate?
Well, now we are.
Oh, okay. Because I remember you saying that, and then I kind of was I supposed to get clapped out on that?
We're just going to 2 and 3 together.
Okay, that works.
Yeah.
So it's just going to be like a cut.
Yeah,
Between.
I'll just
All right,
right there.
cool. A chocolate company has launched a search to fill the sweetest job in the world. Let's find out. Chief taster at its new factory, the chocolate company, Mackey's. Sweet, sweet chocolate Mackies. Is opening a new $1 million factory next year and wants to mark the occasion by crafting a new flavor combination dreamt up by the chief chocolate taster. Other roles will include taking part in tasting panels, ensuring quality control, and trying other chocolate brands, boring stuff. The successful applicant will have a steady supply of chocolate to taste, test, and lick, Mackey said. That's their words. I didn't make that up. The position is for only 12 months. Another catch, not only is your job to constantly taste chocolate, you don't get paid in like actual money. Like maybe like in chocolate money, because you'll be getting chocolate. That's your pay, chocolate. So I guess dogs shouldn't apply, right? Yeah. Finally, as we all know in today's world, a lot of people are glued to their phone. Like I could pull out my phone right now and just hit up some people on Twitter. Whether it's texting or social media or taking a selfie. Well, a martial arts school in Moscow, no surprise there, has begun training students in a special type of defense. The style is called monopod fighting. Monopod. Strange. And it's to teach you how to fight with, you ready for this? You ready? Everybody ready? Selfie stick. Teach you how to fight with a selfie stick. Now you can take amazing pictures and be armed to kill a man. Courtesy of Moscow. Unlike other martial arts weapons, the selfie stick is completely legal. You can even take it on a plane. So, they won't be taking your selfie stick from you because they know you got to take those rad selfies of the dude sitting next to you in the seat, the window, and you're like, look at me. Yeah. Teachers at the school say one of the tricks that they teach is to put your smartphone in the end of the stick. It's like carrot on a stick. To bait in suspicious people, they come in, they're like, oh man, I'm about to steal that dude's phone. And then wham, you hit them with the selfie stick. Down they go. When the thief, makes that move, taking the selfie, you get him. You get him real good. The training kicks in and then you're just all on top of them. Monopod fighting, it's legit or something. And the teachers say that, pulling out a handgun, pepper spray, a stun gun, well, I guess not a handgun. That might be a bit much. Unless you're in the South, Texas, then you're good. Once you take out, I'm sorry, I lost my composure. It's back. The selfie stick, it's always in your hand. So it has reach as well. So, it's just good. And they have 5 classes. And the teachers, they claim it works. It's got a name, monopod fighting. How can it not work? And this concludes Strange and Weird News. Back to you guys.
All right. That's pretty good. That's pretty good, Mike. Earlier, I was talking about living room wrestling, LRW. Have you guys heard of this? Okay. Well, a lot of people run all these different wrestling organizations and pay-per-views, things like that, right? Well, I came across one that was pretty interesting. It's a lot different than what you're usually expecting. Anyway, I don't know if this is legal. I recorded the pay-per-view event, and if time allows it, I want to show you the whole main event match, if that's cool with you guys. Might get shut down for this, but let's take a look. Hello everyone and welcome to our first pay-per-view. This is Living Room Wrestling and I'm your host, Jim Balls, along with my co-host, Rufalupicus Montgomery. We gotta have a hell of a match tonight. Alright everybody, it's the main event. We hear the champion's music. Let's see where he comes out of. Oh, he's coming out of the main bedroom. Look at that belt, Rufus. Look at that belt. That is the World Heavyweight title. This is going to be a hell of a match. Buff El Gato is 6'2", 260 pounds versus Madison, who's 18 inches tall, 22 pounds.
Do you not see the size difference? Oh, this is going to be the best night of my life.
All right, let's go ahead and start the match. All right, the bell has rung and Madison has already started to throw strikes.
Oh, this is going to be awesome. I think it's gonna be a choke slam.
Oh no, she got out of it. Oh, they rolled around on the floor.
You know she should be already dead by now.
Oh, flying splash on him. Oh, this could be it. 1, 2. Oh, we got out of it. Is this a power bomb? Don't do it. Don't do it. That'll break her in half. Damn it. That'll break her in half. Oh my God, power bomb. 1, 2. Oh, she kicked out. Oh, she's hanging on to the couch. Where's Buff going? Where's Buff going? What's going on? No, don't you do it. Don't you do it. Wait a minute. Is she setting him up for her finish move? Stun her. Like I said, I don't know if that was legal. It was a pretty damn good match. Coming up next is D and Mike with another segment of Well Spoken. Guys, take it away. Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
I'm D
And this is Mike.
with another installment of Well Spoken.
Yes, indeed. Today, we're gonna be touching on the Black experience once again, or at least a portion of the Black experience. And I think we're gonna start off with some Garveyisms.
Let's push that back for a little bit. So in some of our discussions, we sort of touched on like growing up in the South and education and what it's like for African Americans. One of the big things that we talked about was that you tend to feel like you're speaking for everyone who's the same color. There's this idea of a black community. There's this place where we all manage to meet up and have a discussion and come to the same opinion. I've been trying to find that sumbitch on Google for weeks. I got nothing. You got the coordinates, Mike?
No, I really don't know where the Black community is. I've heard about it. I think I've seen it on a few CNN wide camera shots, but I really haven't been able to really embrace the Black community because I can't find it.
There's this strange notion, or at least a pattern, I should say, that when we deal with white people or the racial majority, there's no harm in saying that, it's the truth, it's the nation. But when you have African Americans, it's the Black community. It's no longer the nation. And that's kind of a shitty idea that's still pervasive in 2015.
Yeah, it's really bad. Like the whole idea that, well, first off, you call it the Black community, and then it's the nation when it's white, the Black community. Naturally, it's smaller. Yes, there are less Black people. That is normal. But to call it the Black community, it's like some sort of splinter faction of America. Like, oh no, all these Black people, they have these same thoughts and they move as one unit. And if we don't really keep them corralled together, they're going to take over the nation. Wait, was that the 60s or the 30s or the 20s?
Kind of covered all those decades. But it's just this notion that we all speak for each other. I can tell you for a fact, Ben Carson does not speak for me. How about you, Mike?
Carson? He's got some pretty solid No.
And so it's something we kind of wanted to touch on because I feel like it's not said often enough or loudly enough. It's an important point.
Very.
And I one of the things that sort of disturbs me, especially in the South, I hate to say that, but let's be honest here.
Just throw it on out there. Just throw it out there.
Go back to Africa.
Yeah, about that. I really not really keen on
Can
going
you tell
back
me
to
about
Africa.
how much a plane ticket cost? What was your experience like last time you went there?
Oh, last time I went back to Africa, I think it was when some kind gentleman told me I should really go back to where I came from. So I dug up my dead ancestors that were buried here, and I caught the nearest boat ride back. And we had a really good time. Got some tropical drinks, had a little umbrella in them. Oh wait, no, that was the visit to Jamaica, Africa. Yeah, never really been there. Never.
How about your citizenship test to become an American citizen? How was that?
It was.
It had to be a hard transition. I mean, coming from Africa.
Yeah, you know, like, so Africa, right? So, you know, I speak French naturally, of course, because, you know, that's basically the language over there. Not anything, you know, colonialism. You know, they came in, you know, they changed a few things.
Sure, it's French. I mean, all the tongue clicks and the weird shrill noises.
Well, you know, colonialism. You know, they kind of like they like to whitewash it. So you got a good white language, French. So the citizen test, hard. It was really hard. You know, like all those American ideals, freedom. You know, that one was really hard to get. Like the concept that like I wasn't property, like that was strange.
Right. Being 5/5 of a person.
It was new. It was empowering.
Interesting idea. It's a brave new world out there.
I felt like an independent, you know, woman. I could shop for myself. I could hop in my car. I could go down the street. I could talk to my friends. It was great. I didn't have anybody to, you know, hold the collar.
I heard the defense of this go back to Africa idea in stating that Marcus Garvey had the same agenda.
Oh man, Garvey.
Just because another black person said it doesn't mean that I believe it or agree with it. Personally, I think Marcus Garvey was just an old white dude in really good blackface. I'm gonna get in trouble for that later, but you know, screw it. I'm already deep in it.
Wait, are you sure he didn't speak for all of us? Wasn't he part of the black community?
You do have a point there.
Like, yeah, I mean, like he knew where it was, right? And he was trying to move it back to Africa.
He was. And the craziest thing about this notion, at least for me, is that technically we all came out of Africa just at different times.
Well, you know, if you're subscribing to some new, you know, Republican-leaning writings, some new research that may or may not be paid.
Keep it PC here.
Left?
Let's go.
Left? Oh, no, right. Wait, right. Yeah, I'm bad with directions. So if you subscribe to some right-leaning publications, there's, you know, maybe some talk that maybe, just maybe some of us came from a place that wasn't so dark.
Or maybe the Mormons really had it right.
We are cursed with indecision.
So for those of you who haven't actually read the backstory for the basis of Mormonism, there is a split between what is a uniform race when there's sort of a spiritual war. And those who were indecisive were cursed with black skin. It's sort of like Christianity's version of the curse of him. It's an interesting idea.
It's I can honestly say I'm not sure if like all Mormons subscribe to that, but I do know that there is at least a group where they had this like amazing animated tale of it, and you know, naturally the.
We should get that video from them. We'll
have
find a way to get
video.
you guys this video. It's fantastic.
It
has some truth to it because every time I've tried to figure out where you wanted to get food, it's taken at least 15 minutes to drag it out of you. So maybe there's something to that.
So you're telling me that my inability to choose where to eat could be the result of my skin color?
Pretty much. There's a lot of other things ascribed to that, right?
Yeah, you know, like, I mean, when was the last time you were able to give me a straight answer on what you wanted to do next?
Pretty often, actually, and I'm the decisive one, which
think
raises some questions.
Questions.
Like, you've been a surprisingly well-spoken and indecisive individual.
Well, I must say, all that time I spent in Africa really brought up my vocabulary.
We'll see you guys next week.
Next week.
All right, guys. Yeah. Great job, guys. All right. Well, it's time for my bi-weekly challenge. You up for it?
Sure.
You guys have no clue what you're in for. Did anybody bring the extra pair of clothes like I asked? Mm-hmm. Did you bring an extra pair of clothes?
Sure did.
Okay, well, it's nice outside. It's about 50, 55, nice and sunny. Anyway, I got everything set up outside. Everything's set up. All you guys got to do is just participate. So you ready?
Ready.
All right, let's go. Come on. Yeah. All right, guys. Come on out here. I want to explain this challenge to you. So the challenge today is Run DMC. Now y'all heard of that, right?
Yeah.
You might not have heard of the game though. Run DMC stands for Dizzy Musical Chairs. All right. So we're going to play some Run DMC. We're all going to spread out, spin, stare at the top of that tower. Right? It's a little silver part on top of the tower. We're all going to stare at that. Every time we go around, we're going to stare at it. When Run DMC, the music stops, run to one of the chairs. Last one wins.
How are we going to run if we're dizzy?
Well, that's part of the challenge.
I'm getting kind of dizzy just staring at these things. Like, that's pretty high.
So let's all kind of get behind these chairs, find a spot. Don't purposely run into somebody else.
Tricky to rock around, that's right on time, it's tricky.
How'd you get that all the way over there?
I couldn't do it.
It was a drunk man. He couldn't even know where he was going. She flew.
Can't go right.
He couldn't go.
I met this little girlie. Her hair was kind of curly. Went to her house and bust her out. I had to leave real early.
Damn it! I never win my own challenge.
Oh, you hurt your elbow?
No, I'm good. I'm just wet.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
2 of them already.
All right.
She be jetting, boy.
We're going to do
She
this
was
one
saying,
where we
I ain't
share
gonna
away
get
from you guys. How about that?
Oh, okay.
That was quick, though, wasn't it, boo? That was funny.
Oh man.
Really sleazy. All they just say is please me. I'll spend some time and rock a rhyme. I said it's not that easy. It's tricky to rock around, that's right on time, it's tricky. It's tricky. It's tricky to rock around, that's right on time, it's tricky.
He got it. He the winner.
He's not even in it yet.
He's not in it. Look at her pants. Wait. That was the quickest thing I seen.
All right.
Whoa.
All right. And that's our episode of Running with Scissors with Run DMC. We got a winner, Xander. We'll see you next week.